Welcome to the bad boy pod, talking bad boy bards, make a good girl nuts with the bad boy swag. Having conversations that a bad boy man, sit down, relax, kick back, have a blast, enjoy the bad boy pod, brought to you by Lady Parts.
Do you think that person listens to the pod, or they just look at our Wilmers?
No, that person was already following it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I followed them back, actually.
I mean, everyone who's hearing this right now obviously listens to the pod, but so never mind. What's funnier? What's funnier, the Wilmers out of context or the pod in context?
Wilmers out of context, I think, are much funnier.
Absolutely.
So stupid.
Email Diane your favorite Wilmer sliderama of all time.
Yeah, sometimes I'll just reminisce on a past episode. My favorite image I think we've ever posted is oh shit. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna get the exact words here, but it's like,
I'm gonna hang up.
Fuck you, demon whore, and then it's that picture of Satan. Do you remember from that SVU episode? It was like graffiti in the background.
Oh yes, of course. The artist who was graffitiing her like trauma around New York City.
Wonderful drawing.
Eventually,
I'll put that
he
back
got
in the
caught,
slime
though.
this week.
Okay, you're
He
right.
did.
Let's have a quick relapse of the devil art. Did you watch Lil Nas X's new music video?
No, I did not, and we can't do it here, I guess.
Yeah. So we got flagged by Universal Music Group, not to bragorama, but we got an episode taken off Spotify because we literally played an entire Justin Bieber song.
Oopsie-doodle.
I am. And for those who don't know, whoops, yeah, there's oh my god. Those who don't know, Justin Bieber's a huge fan of the pod. He listens every week, and I know for a fact that it wasn't his choice to remove our episode from Spotify, but because now he has to listen on iTunes, but Spotify is his preferred platform, so it's tough. But it's just one episode.
I mean, it is funny that it's the second parter of the end of the year episode too. So like, you're never gonna find out how that year ended on Spotify. Guess you better download Apple Podcasts, buddy. Anyway, I'm Julia Davidovich, and if it were up to me,
all of our episodes would be taken off Spotify, and everyone would have to listen to the podcast on Stitcher.
My name is Zoe Clar, and my preferred way of listening to podcasts is actually just through my sweet dear Alexa. I like to scream it at her. I just say, "Hey Alexa, play my favorite podcasts." And
Alexa,
she just knows.
play I Poop. So if you're oh shit, she's playing it.
I hope Jeremy's on a call.
Do you hear it?
I poop in the morning. Oh, I can hear the clanking.
Big mistake.
We're gonna get flagged by Spotify.
I just want to be flagged by Organics Kids.
Me too. You know what? I feel like we've played the entire song and still haven't gotten flagged by them. So maybe they're just thanking us for the listens.
They don't quite have the same cachet as Bieber.
You're right. I think between the two of us, we've probably made them more money than anyone listening to that song.
Easily. Yeah, so that was our like joint bad boy of the week, was that we did get flagged and taken off Spotify, but no harm, no foul.
Yeah, I guess I'm still alive. I'll live.
Yeah.
I'll live. You'll live. Diane is barely living, but she's living.
This nearly put Diane over the edge.
she was very upset for 6 days. And it's only been 2.
She was so upset she completely lost her sense of taste and smell. It was really bad. Super bad for Diane though. 12th time getting COVID. She's eligible for the vaccine, but she's waiting out for AstraZeneca.
She's waiting until everyone's allowed to get it before she gets hers.
Yeah, it's like when people are like, I'm not going to get married until gay people can get married. She's doing that, but with the vaccine.
She's a hero.
Mm-hmm. Definite hero super spreader of the week. So do you have any bad boys?
I don't think so. I'll think, but I can't think of any. Perfect week. Can you believe it?
That's
I know
amazing.
it wasn't perfect, but not one bad boy stands out for some reason.
I have a good boy bad boy hybrid. The good boy is that I love Joann's Fabrics.
Oh.
Who I haven't been there in so long. The bad boy is that I went there because I was reupholstering my dining room chairs because it had a white fabric and a lot of schmutz.
Can't have the schmutz. And we'll put those in
No.
the Slimer because they are beautiful. Not your schmutzy ones, but the new ones.
My new ones. And so I went to Joann's and I got some fabric. I got some foam, and the foam I got was extremely thick. In the store, it didn't look that thick, but once you put it on that chair, you were like, wow, this is way too tall. This looks insane. So I had to go back and return my foams and get new foams, and then I redid it and it was perfect. But in the process, I hurt 2 of my fingers.
Poor thing.
Because
yeah,
I was
that's
like
sad.
removing. This is my stapler remover. I was removing them. I was removing the former upholstery staples, and some of those were in there really tight, and I hurt myself.
I mean, bad boy me, I still haven't returned your stapler.
I know you haven't.
and do I know where it is? That's the next question.
Charlotte just texted me, "What's the house restoration show you like?" Which one don't I like?
You're right. That's
restored, but
what's the real question here?
Restored on DIY. Oh, ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Okay, bad boy. I've been using this water bottle. How about that? Jeez Louise. Really keeps
Why is
the
that a
water
bad
cold.
boy?
It's a clunker and a half, and I am so clumsy. I love walking into my bottle for some reason. So
does it
remember
not
when I asked
roll?
you? It rolls, and then both cats get disturbed, and it's hell on earth. It sometimes just I'll walk into it and it'll fall on my foot, or I'll just like hit the table. It's a swell. They weigh 7,000 pounds. It was a free swell though, so that's why I'm using it.
Oh, the best swells are free. I feel like. Did you have a Nalgene growing up?
Who didn't?
I had like a pink Nalgene. I loved the Nalgene craze of the early aughts.
I mean, it was like a Nalgene for every mood, but really it was just because we didn't know how to wash them properly.
Oh yeah,
why does it smell?
If you left water in a Nalgene for more than 12 hours, it had the worst smell you've ever experienced in your life.
You're right. You're really right. And then when you start
Yeah,
when
go
you
ahead.
learn how to actually wash, a water bottle. When you get one of those like life-changing, how you say, like the spiral wand.
Yes.
Love that bitch. Spiral everything in the home.
She's a very flexible, versatile bitch. That's for sure.
Not enough appreciation for that little wand.
No. Did you have one of the Nalgene toppers that made it a little sippy cup?
No, but I know my friend Amanda had like literally, I feel like she was the hugest Nalgene fangirl in the world.
Oh, wow.
It's also very camp adjacent though. Like she went through the camp pipeline of like camper to what's the next level when
CIT, counselor in training, and then she became a counselor. Maybe she was a junior counselor.
Yeah, and like if you're doing any of that shit, like you need 17 Nalgenes. It's part of the deal.
Yeah, you need so many Nalgenes, and you need to put stickers all over it, and it needs to be pretty much your entire identity.
And about half as many sweat shorts as well.
Oh yeah, did you have Bulldog sweat shorts?
I don't think Bulldog was a thing.
BDG?
No, I don't think so. Not for us. I know.
You barely lived. What about Sophie shorts?
No, what's Sophie shorts? We'll put that in the Slimer. I'm so curious.
Okay, yeah. They're not that interesting, but like, God, they were basically just like cotton fabric shorts, and everyone would fold it over at the top, and you could see the brand was Sophie. I think it's like SOFEE. And you would fold it over so you could see the tag. But sometimes if you were a real whore, you'd fold it over twice.
Oh my God. We were doing, listen, that was like the crux of being a high schooler in gym class was like folding down. It's like make my weird little teenager legs more visible to who?
Yeah. I don't know. Why did we do that?
Mrs. Gordon?
Yeah, I should have covered him up more. I wish ugh, God. But yeah, I definitely had those shorts. I definitely showed off that little ass of mine. Everyone loved it.
I loved how they were both low rise and short, so they just look like SpongeBob SquarePants on every young woman.
Yes. It's like
Incredible
a bandeau. It's like a bandeau top, but shorts.
We'll put some of our greatest hits. I feel like I have exactly one pair of those left, and they're just holding on for dear life.
You have a pair of Sophie shorts?
They're not Sophie shorts. They're Old Navy knockoffs that are. They're not even knockoffs. Text you a pic. They're just shitty.
Oh, okay. I guess technically they're cheer shorts.
Oh.
But here, let me text you a pic, and you'll be like, I completely get it. I almost texted these to my mom.
She'll be like, actually, I'm wearing these.
But I remember going to Sports Authority, which is like Models.
Yeah.
And
it's such a classic look.
Buying a pair of like green, like that green color that is like it's like so green.
Yes. Is it like a forest green, or is it more like a hospital green?
What is hospital green?
I think of remember Scrubs phase when everybody was wearing scrubs as pants?
Oh, yeah. I definitely wore scrubs as pants. I feel like this is all camp garb.
Camp garb, relaxation related. I think we were lucky in that we got to have relaxed fits, but it came at a time where we were also trying to show off our disgusting little hip bones. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I actually think I have a picture of me in bright orange Sophie shorts when me and my childhood friends went to Hershey Park, and I had a little bit of a tubbles. Maybe I'll find my little tubby tubbles and my shorts if it doesn't feel like too child porno. Okay, what do we have any bad boy updates? I don't think so.
No army news. Oh, well, what? Chet Hayes.
Yes. Chet Hayes is in the news. It is a white boy summer after all. Chet Hayes.
Did you hear his rules?
I actually didn't.
Are we allowed to? We should watch that then.
Okay, let's watch it. I don't think they're going to get mad at us. White boy summer rules and regulations.
Perfect video. That's what our episode will be called.
All right, here he is.
Wow. Woke up this morning. Internet gone mad again. But
it's like, why do you talk like this?
Rules and regs for the white boy summer. Okay, rule number 1.
That sounds more appropriate for his voice.
No plaid shirts. Okay. Can't be looking like a picnic table.
I don't disagree with that.
You know what I'm talking about. Leave that shits at home. The Vineyard Vines and Ralph Lauren or whatever the fuck.
Is he acting like he doesn't know what Ralph Lauren is?
Black tea, a white tea. You know what I mean?
I guess so.
Keep it simple. Rule number 2.
What's
no
Sperry
top ciders.
No Sperry top ciders.
That's not the kind of white boys we're talking about, dog. Okay? Get yourself some Vans, some Jordans. I'm not really a sneakerhead, but feel it out.
I'm glad he came clean about that.
And
you're right. Music in the background.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk over
no calling girls smoke shows. Okay.
I can agree with that, I guess.
Present company excluded.
Played out, dude. And you can't just see a hot chick and be like, dude.
He's definitely in LA. Look at the street sign.
Smoke, dude. Okay, that's over with. Oh yeah, and anything salmon colored.
This I can't get on board with.
Burn it. Burn that shit. Don't ever wear that again.
That's a little harsh.
Bottom line here, gentlemen.
It's a bit much.
It's time for us to evolve. Okay. Period. It's time for us to, grow from a Pikachu to a Raichu. You dig? You know what I mean? Church.
He's the biggest loser I've ever seen in my fucking life.
But the internet loves him.
I know, but do they love him? Or is it I feel like the vibe is really how is he Tom Hanks' son?
You're kind of right. And it's like I ask the same thing. Literally, how is he Tom Hanks' son?
I don't know, but I feel like, everyone loves Tom Hanks, but I don't get the vibe that he was a present father because he's Tom Hanks. He's so famous. He's busy shooting movies. He doesn't have time to father Chet. And this is what happens.
You're right. But then how do you explain the other brother? The one that was in Orange County?
Oh, the hot one.
Is he?
Hotter
in a different way, I guess. I mean, Chet and him have different vibes. Don't remember his name. Sorry, I can't
It's
remember
okay.
Tom Hanks's children's names.
Colin.
Wow, that's such a Hanks.
Colin Hanks is an actor, and Chet Hayes is his own sort of brand of white boy spokesperson / Jamaican.
Appreciator or
Definitely a Jamaican. Definitely one of the biggest Jamaican appreciators in the country. Chet Hayes.
appreciates it so hard he can't control himself appropriating the hell out of it. But
Oh yeah, that's a true sign of appreciation.
Biden.
Oh wow, that's him. He's already on Kevin. That's how you know he's like a real bad boy. I guess is he
and
a
are
bad
any
boy?
other? Well, he has the ability to be, I feel, because he's really teetering on the edge of kooky dookie,
Yeah.
like he's like one front facing video away from really blowing it.
Absolute chaos.
Yeah, a real kookster.
Yeah. He really does love a front facing video. Let's add him to Bad Boy Watch. What drop is that?
Yeah, I think it's reverse Jerry.
Okay, yeah, welcome to Bad Boy Watch. That's also what happens when you're resurrected, right?
You're right. My neighbor just
forget-
walked by in a robe.
Oh.
Neighbor update. So
Yeah.
like not this neighbor because he's fine. We're cool. Even though I definitely try to take photos of him.
Right, robe neighbor.
Robe neighbor. Rude neighbor has
Yeah.
been less rude and actually nice. Is that a win?
That's amore.
Why is he being nice? What does he want from you?
I don't know.
I don't trust him.
I know. We have theories, but
Like
I'm
what?
not going to blast them here. I'll tell you, but you have to take it out. So like gobble that whole thing out.
I'll definitely gobble that, but the fans should know that it is directly related to threesomes, but I'm not going to go into any more detail.
Hardcore.
A super hardcore threesome. Okay, so let's move into our bad boy of the week if we have nothing
Can't wait.
else.
Can't wait.
Should we do a respectful badonkadonk to Jessica Walter?
Oh yeah.
I was
Oh,
sad
wow.
about that. That was a legit sad.
I really forgot about all the hell with Jeffrey Tambor. Not that I forgot that he's a bad person, but that
Yeah.
she got some butt end of that because of his
Yeah.
aggression issues.
Yeah,
Jesus.
definitely.
Good
Nothing but
Lord.
respect to a true legend. We love you. Respectful badonk. Okay, so let's move on to our bad boy of the week. So it's definitely a Mr.
Wow. Mr. Bribe Your Gal,
Mr. Bribe Your Coach.
Mr. Bribe Your Coach.
It's the college admission scandal, aka Operation Varsity Blues, baby.
Maybe Operation Full House Jail Time.
Operation Full House Jail Time. Perhaps you remember the infamous 2019 kerfuffle where a
That was
bunch of people bribed their
2019.
yeah.
My God. Anyway.
Incredible time to be alive, where a bunch of people bribed their way to get into USC and other, I guess, prestigious colleges in this godforsaken country. There was a documentary that recently came out on Netflix called Operation Varsity Blues, and it's like a weird acted out sort of horrible combination. I don't know. What did you think of the documentary type thing?
I mean, it's a great vessel to get information into me. But as far as like the acting, it's weird because I watch so much shit that's dramatized. Like, don't we all? Like, obviously we watch so much fiction, but then when I see like real life stranger than fiction stuff that is dramatized, I'm like, horrifying. Why are you doing this to me? Just give me the facts.
I guess like the documentary was like half documentary, half the guy who was in charge of this entire operation, Rick Singer, his phones were tapped, and so there were sort of reenactments of phone calls that exist that like were released to the public. So it was basically just like people on the phone.
People on the phone, and like a lot of them talking shit about their own kids, which was funny.
Oh yeah, the shit where they were like, one of my kids is really smart and can totally get into college without cheating. The other one is a fucking idiot, and we need to pay you $400,000 in order to sneak them into USC via the fencing team.
Right. And then like the opposite of that, where it's just kind of like, and also because my one kid that is so smart that doesn't need this is kind of catching on that I'm trying to help her guide, like get her ass into college. Like, they really didn't respect their kids anyway, to be honest.
No, like the parents were trying to keep this a secret. So anyway, we'll go into what he did exactly. So Rick Singer is like a college counselor. First of all, his first name is William and his middle name is Rick. Immediate red flag. He's the ringleader of the entire operation, which ended up 53 people were accused of various levels of conspiracy to commit mail fraud, money laundering, stuff like that. But 53 people were eventually accused, which is so many.
That is a lot of people. And like, it took this to notice it. Like, the only reason anyone noticed is because it's celebrities involved and it's sexy. Yes. But like,
it's so sexy. It really is sexy.
How long has this shit been going on? Like,
he
so
started
fucking long.
doing it. He started doing it in 2011. And the only reason that the FBI caught on was because they were investigating someone else who was like, yeah, you should look into this tennis coach at Yale or the soccer coach at Yale, who's like taking bribes to admit students. So basically what Rick Singer's theory is that there's the front door to college admission, which is you apply and you get in. There's the back door, which like if you're extremely fucking loaded and you can wire them, or you can like donate a wing of a building for $20 million, maybe you'll get in, but it's not definite. And then Rick invented what he called the side door, which was a way to be admitted to these schools by basically lying and saying you were a sports recruit. So he would end up, because like the coaches have a certain number of spots that they're allowed to offer sports recruits each year. And so Rick realized that he could lie and bribe these coaches into letting them into admitting these kids and do it for less money than it would be to buy a wing of a building or something. So it was more appealing to these rich people like Aunt Becky and Felicity Huffman and various other non-celebrity rich people who maybe couldn't afford a $20 million building, but can afford like a $400,000 fake. Like Olivia Jade was supposedly on the rowing team. Like that was her big lie.
And they get mad at regular people, and I say regular people that don't, that aren't celebrities and have an excess amount of money for lying about where they live so their children can, go to a school that they prefer. And that's just such low level bullshit shit.
Yeah.
And like their kids suffer consequences of that. And like, this is like so blown out.
Yeah.
And it's also like what a shitty infrastructure to begin with. Like, if colleges aren't just about making money off of kids, I really do not know what it is. Like, and on top of it, the sports shit, like making
sport, like collegiate sports are such an insane institution money wise. Like, wasn't it like just last year college students were allowed to make money off of sponsorships, and before that it was like they either couldn't or it went to the university or something like that?
I didn't even know they were allowed to at this point, because I do remember like stories about that where, I don't know, there was like a kid, I feel like there was a kid at like UCLA or something who even won like a dunk contest at like some game, and they had to give that money back.
It's
like
so,
can't even win prize money.
The way colleges deal with legitimate athletes is wild. But the fact that you can basically pay to con your way onto the fucking sailing team at Yale or wherever.
Just because your mother was on a long-running TV show.
Yes. And I guess her dad is like that fashion designer. But it's like,
that.
Olivia Jade got all super hardcore cyberbullied. I mean, she lost her Sephora sponsorship, fine. But like, her parents fucking did that. Her parents are the people who bribed the USC rowing team.
It's so wild, because you definitely don't feel bad for them immediately because you're just like, okay, here's this teenager who went on TikTok and was like, oh, I'm so bummed I gotta go to school today. And you're like, oh,
Yeah,
wow, what a brat. But at the same time,
Yeah.
like, sorry, you're also a product of your parents and their own bullshit. So
Yeah.
yikesy.
Yikesy. And the other part of, I mean, there's so many fucked up aspects of the story, but another part of it was Rick Singer said that his company was a charity to help underprivileged kids get a college education so he could like avoid paying taxes and also kind of like get away with donating hundreds of thousands of dollars to different, like he's going to donate $500,000 to the sailing team at Yale. Why? It looks suspicious to me, but it's because it's like a charitable organization or whatever. And one of the parents who was indicted was pardoned by Trump.
Yikes. I mean, what an honor. Also, like the rowing team, I guess, like,
I know.
They thought the most, like, least obvious, like, I don't know, just that they wouldn't get
or maybe
attention.
Or maybe like the collegiate sports that people actually take seriously, like football or something. It would be harder to take one of those spots or something like that.
I mean, I guess, and they can't really show their stuff in something like, being a gymnast if they literally, like, it would be really hard to prove, I guess. So no shade to rowing, which I'm sure,
Very
requires
competitive
a
sport.
lot. Yeah. You got to have very strong upper body. And frankly,
I would hate it. I would be terrible.
Out
of every sort of niche sport, which one is your fave?
To watch or do?
Let's say both, because like I feel like watching ping pong is so fun for like 7 seconds and then it's boring, but maybe it's sort of fun.
I like ping pong and tennis. I think those are very similar.
Tennis isn't really a niche beach though.
I guess it's not a niche. You're right.
Like ping pong,
sports?
fencing, sailing, polo, water polo.
You know what? In gym class, I did like water polo.
You did water polo in gym class?
You didn't do water polo in gym class? Did you have a pool
I did.
At your school? Pool at your
Wow.
school?
Shady bitch. No, but like I was on the swim team and we would like drive to a pool near us, but we didn't have a pool at the school.
That's basically a pool
at the school.
Pool at the school. It's fun, but also scary because you have to tread water and use your hands. Like it's terrifying.
I thought it was in like shallow enough water that you didn't have to tread.
No, I mean we did it like we would, it's like hockey where you flip the sides and then, your side would be the other side.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And then
scoring
on each other. I'm such a sports nut.
Yeah, you love to score. Is it no, I have no real interest in playing water polo. Although I feel like maybe I'd be okay at it. It's a niche beach, but that seems kind of fun to me.
I loved elimination and like all those games. Like dodgeball was fun. I love dodgeball.
Oh, sure.
Ugh.
I played dodgeball at a company retreat when I accidentally did very well, and I was in it till the end because I was just like avoiding all of the balls.
It's no accident. That was
right.
that was your strategy, and you stuck it out to the bitter end.
I know, but it's not like I was catching the balls or you're right. I'm extremely good.
This is good.
And
so
another. Oh, what?
When we started dodgeball team, I know who to recruit.
Yeah, definitely me. And then another thing that Rick Singer did to gain access was cheat at the SATs and ACTs in different ways. But his main method would be to get the parents to get the kids to qualify for extra time by purposely flunking one of those tests where people determine whether or not you have a learning disability.
That caveat, if that is the word I should be using, is very weird.
Yeah.
That was just like not only rude to an entire community of people who need
rude.
that.
Like that exists for a reason.
So strategically evil too. It's so fucking weird.
Because he saw like he could exploit that part in the system to get
so fucked up.
So he would basically make the parents do that, and then somehow, I don't really remember the exact mechanism by which he did this, but would have those kids go to one of the testing centers that he had control over to take the test. And he would either send someone in to take the test for them, or he would have the person administering the test change their answers so that they could score a certain number on the exam. And a lot of this was done without the knowledge of the student. So the student would take the test and be like, I think I did fine. And then they get their test results and they get like a fucking whatever, a very good score, and they think they earned it, but really it's like their parents cheating on their behalf so they can have an education and appear, I don't know, worthy of something. Like, the way that we view higher education in the United States is so fucked and dumb.
It is so weird to me. I am so suspicious of anyone who enjoyed their time in high school or college. I just question all of it.
I mean, I definitely was like a drunk slut in college, and that was sort of fun. But now looking back on it, I regret everything, you know?
I mean, whatever, however you want to put it.
That's how I'll put it.
Who doesn't love being a drunk slut in college? But
that's the fun part.
But like when it comes, but with the learning shit and like the
learning sucks.
I like learning, but the structural learning of that is very warped and weird. I don't know. I mean, like, this is such a classic thing to say, but like, who's going to fucking know what they want to do when they're 18? And throwing so much money into a degree that you don't even know if you want.
I studied neuroscience. And look at me now. You know? And why did I do that? Why did I spend so much time freaking out about fucking learning chemistry?
And I don't know why like society frowns on community college so much, but like I loved my community college degree. I wouldn't say I loved college, but I'm perfectly happy with the fact that I did not spend thousands of dollars to be stressed out and hate something I did not care about.
Look, and you are right for that. If my kid wants to go to fancy college, I'm going to force them to go to mechanic school. They're becoming a mechanic.
Yeah, I mean, just make them, decide what they want to do at an early age and let them absolutely freak out.
Let them panic. Let them think they're having a midlife crisis when they're 21 and realize they don't want to be a fucking historian. Like, what the hell?
So sad. Email Diane if you knew exactly what you wanted to be at 17, because I want to study your brain and I want to know.
Some people, I don't know if some people know what they're going to do, but some people definitely stick with their choice. Like some people are like go into college being like, I'm going to be a doctor. And then they become a doctor, probably because of some weird pressure from their parents or like some internalized hatred of themselves or something like that. They need to feel better than everyone. I don't know what doctors are like, but
thank God for them thank God gynos exist or whatever. Did they want to be a pussy doctor at that age? Likely not, but I'm sure they wanted to help people.
Yeah. Definitely so many pussy doctors at 18.
So many people want to be pussy doctors at 18, but like the thought of me wanting to be a pussy doctor at 18 would have terrified me.
I mean, have you seen an 18-year-old? They do not look ready to make the decision to become a pussy doctor.
No, and like I'll just watch documentaries now and be like, oh damn, wish I took an interest in fucking science when I was literally 17 years old so I could be digging up fucking bones in a desert right now. But that's just not what I cared about.
That's someone's dream.
It's someone's dream.
So that was a fun little splurgerama out of whatever. Okay, so back to the college admission scandal. We honestly have gotten through most of it. Like, it's not like a real chonky bitch. But so 53 people were accused of a variety of things. 33 of them were parents who were accused of paying more than $25 million to Rick Singer between 2011 and 2018. And then 11 college coaches or sports administrators were also convicted of taking bribes from Rick Singer and falsely allowing people to exploit their dumb system.
Ugh, it's so weird. I mean, and it is such like when you expose, I think, any like infrastructure like this and you see the bones of it and you see how gross it is and how it's just like any other bullshit. And you're just like, damn. And this is what people care about. And this is like, it's all status
and for people like Lori Loughlin, they need to maintain the image. They need to maintain the image that they've built. And in their mind, part of that is having their daughters who literally want nothing to do with college to go to this like prestigious institution that's only prestigious because they want to be, because they forced it.
Yeah. I mean, sure. I guess rich kids are brats, but that is a very weird thing to force your kid to do. Just like, and then, beyond all of that.
Especially because
analyze and to not believe in them at all.
I know. That is like the underlying sad part is these parents like, my kids are so dumb, I need to cheat on their behalf. They can't even cheat for themselves.
And like the whack thing is too, like this kid sounded like, what is her name? Olivia, the TikTok superstar. I mean, no shade to you. You are the TikTok superstar.
I am literally the TikTok superstar.
But I mean, just like she sounds like she was doing fine on her own. She literally had her own palette. Do you have a palette? Does anyone have a fucking makeup palette?
No.
And this like 17-year-old kid does or whatever?
If I ever have a makeup palette, it's going to be Scrub Daddy themed.
I can see it now. All the little
the little eyeshadow things are just little splotchy doodles.
Yeah, it'll be the first makeup I buy out of quarantine because, I don't want to infect my eyes anymore.
Yeah, no, and this will be completely made out of soap. So it's going to be great.
Perfect.
Definitely put that directly into your eyeballs. Okay, well, I don't have anything left on the college admission scandal. It was kind of like a quick-a-doodle-doo. Like, it's not, it's definitely not a traditional BB, but I think it was like a fun one.
Fun one. I mean, not everyone's going to sit down and watch a weird, half dramatized documentary about a college admission scandal.
Yeah, not everyone.
I mean, I don't really care about Felicity Huffman or Full House Mullen or their husbands. Oh my God, we didn't even talk about their fucking husbands.
What about
what's his face? And I don't know. They're just like, did they not have any part in this? Like, I'm sure they had a little bit.
Massimo,
like they knew.
Lori Laughlin.
Massimo was emailing up a storm.
Yeah, he was also convicted. I don't know about Felicity Huffman, the Huffman husband. But presumably he knew about it.
I forget his name. But
it's weird how comfortable they are bribing people.
Yeah, isn't that wild though? Imagine, I don't know. I just like, it makes me so sick. Some things just happen and they make you ill, and then like imagine operating like that, and you're like, that's a weird way to live.
They like could not be more comfortable with it. They're like, oh yeah, you're posing as a fake charitable organization raising money for kids who can't afford to go to college, and you're gonna bribe a rowing coach. Makes sense to me.
I'm literally going to take a picture of my children on rowing machines.
Oh my God, yeah.
As
Lori
a lie.
Loughlin took a... I mean...
I'll put those
also,
in the slider. This is so weird.
Oh, please put those in the slider. They also would like Photoshop people. Like they'll Photoshop the head of like some rich kid onto the body of a professional water polo player to make it look like that he's playing water polo. I
find it weird that someone would Photoshop their head on my body as a professional water polo player.
I know. It was a weird way for you to find out that your photos were being used that way.
It's true. But I looked great.
Oh, yeah. You looked just like such a pro.
Thank you.
Anyway, I feel like cheating your way into college is bad. And the thing is, like, Rick, once he was caught, he literally flipped on everyone. And he has not done any jail time. Felicity Huffman did 2 whopping weeks. But Rick Singer is just out and about.
2 huge weeks. She went to a yoga retreat essentially, and she really found it rewarding. Or was it the other one that found it rewarding? It's like, that's not what I would describe jail as. I mean, I would find it reflective, maybe.
I mean, Lori Loughlin is 100% going to write some tell-all about this, and it's going to be like how I was played by a master con artist to trick my daughter into going to USC. Like, she's definitely going to blame him and make herself the victim somehow.
You trusted an ex-basketball coach of a guy who was like, what? I'm pretty sure he was fired for being way too aggressive as a coach. He was like wasn't he throwing chairs into the... Did you see that clip? I'm like burping, sorry.
Of Rick?
Yeah, wasn't he like, there was an image of him like throwing a chair into the basketball game because like probably, he didn't get his way or something. Like that guy's fucking weird
Yeah.
and violent. And I
Yeah,
don't
he
know.
is.
He may have played you, but you're stupid as hell and pretty crooked.
I agree. Ooh,
Donkey
I
to
just
call him
burped.
stupid as hell.
Donkey?
I'm passing my burps on to you.
Definitely crooked, though. I don't think it's
Crooked.
donkey.
I mean, they're just, it's what happens when you get rich and then all the money rots your brain,
Yeah, and you just think you're
It's
entitled to
affliction.
everything. You think you're like entitled to sending your kid to the fanciest school because you have money, even if they don't fucking deserve it.
Right. Yeah.
And let's be real, there are water polo players who desperately need an education, and you stole it from them.
It's true. Like me, who had to go
Yep.
to community college.
I know, and you had such promise in water polo.
It's true. It's true.
But,
I have
hey.
very strong arms. I really don't.
You really do. You really do. Okay, let's shut the door on the college admission scandal.
Shut the door, baby. Don't say a word.
I think Mark McGrath would bribe a way to get his kids in college.
Bribe it away all day,
Bribe it away.
off the charts and in
Yep.
our hearts.
Yep,
Definitely.
yep.
All of his kids. He'd be like, I don't know, they're dumb as hell, and I'll tell them to their face, but I'll also tell you, Rick.
Did you take the SATs?
Nope, no idea. I don't know understand what the scores mean. I
took
not
the
think
ACT.
we have anything to do with that.
Great. Yeah, it's stupid.
What does it
they
all
should all
mean?
be banned.
I mean, like,
it
I get
means
it.
literally
kind of.
nothing because standardized testing is bullshit. But I guess people cared about it for a super long time. But it's
What
like,
did you score on the big SATs?
I got a 29 on the ACT, which is not great, but it's not
Okay.
horrible. It's not going to get you into school, but it's not going to prevent you from getting into school. But I had a really good college essay because of my traumatic childhood.
Ooh, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't understand the whole like weird hoop jumping like to get into college. I think it's like a weird game. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, so you want to go here? Oh, you want to pay us money to go here? Well, why should we let you in?
I know it's so dumb, and they're like, write about a teacher who inspired you. Like, no, just accept me or
mean,
not.
I don't remember any of them.
I only remember the ones I had a crush on.
I only remember Miss. She would make us do like at the end of every class, like 200 sit-ups, and
What?
she would put on the same like mix, and it was Shaggy and the Venga Boys. Like,
Wait,
it
this
would-
was in high school?
This was in high school. I took a weightlifting class. That's probably why. It was the only excuse where like we wouldn't have to do all the sports and we just like stand around doing weightlifting or like run around the track. It was just an excuse to smoke cigarettes.
That's cool.
Listen, I was cool, baby.
That's
was not
really
cool.
cool. I should have smoked cigarettes in high school. I definitely would have had sex earlier.
It's a pipeline.
It's really a pipeline. Okay, who are your good boys this week? Okay, I'm gonna...
Oh no, I do have a good boy. It's a TikToker. Haha.
Oh, good.
Did I not send you it? Maybe I didn't purposely because I like him too much now.
Ty Bridgewater.
I know.
Oh,
His
this
name-
guy.
Do you know this guy? Worst name though.
Yes.
Is he Canadian?
Yeah, he does like iced coffee review.
All right, let's read this water.
And
It's a
water.
nice cup. I feel like every family owns one
He's
of those
right about
cups.
that.
Basic ice.
He really just says what everyone's
What type
thinking.
of water are you using?
He really does.
Fridge water? Don't got reverse osmosis, huh? Couldn't spring for it.
Ooh.
What was this water?
Shout out to Shannon who
Could add,
sent
like,
me one of
Neo
these
to this?
videos and I was immediately hooked.
Maybe like a crystal light? Guy doesn't have a Beretta, eh? That's tough. What are you staring at for? Kind of soft stir.
Yeah, I like this guy. I've seen him before.
Soft stir. I
Feels
just love
like
his
a lot of
descriptions.
ice, no? Guy's got strong teeth. No sensitivity. Dentists probably love you. Samantha.
Now, my good boy, believe it or not, is New Balances.
Oh no.
Because I got rid of them after the Nazis took them over. But then I was like, Then I was like, it's been long enough that we forgot about that and I could get New Balances again. And they really are supremely comfortable, so supportive, best sneaks in the biz.
Wow, you heard it here last.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely known for being a supportive sneaker. So I didn't invent that, but it's true.
How do you feel on Crocgate? Like, are you into the Crocs now that they've swung back?
I'm wearing them.
Did I not know this?
I'm wearing them as we speak. I love my Crocs.
Oh
I got an olive pair in the beginning of Q, and I wear them all the time. I don't really wear them out of the house, though.
Okay.
You knew I wore Crocs.
I feel like I'm just forgetting shit because I don't see anyone anymore. So I don't remember what your feet look like. I mean, I'm never going to forget Jer's old little potato slippers. If you have a picture, we can put that in the slider.
I feel like maybe we've put them in the slider before. I'll try to find a potato slipper of years past, but I got him new slippers, so
they really just look like potatoes, though, like
the
a
new ones
potato,
or the old
like
ones.
The old ones, like when they come out. It's just that classic leather with the lamb. What is it?
Yeah, but it was sort of because Marcy had gotten a hold of it, and so she tore it apart, and it did look like an exploding potato a little bit.
Dogs gonna be dogs.
Dogs gonna be dogs. But yeah, that's my only good boy this week is New Balances.
Okay. Well, good.
Okay, TV talk.
I'm really happy for your feet.
TV talk. Where do you fall on Crocs, by the way?
Where do I fall on Crocs? I have Croc trauma.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
I don't know. My parents they made us wear them as slippers forever. And I was just like, why are we wearing Crocs in the house? My feet are freezing. Like, let's just
wear socks and Crocs.
That's I was wearing socks and Crocs.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm just
sorry your feet are so cold.
I'm not over my forced Croc phase, so
I get that.
Maybe I'll swing back to them. We'll see.
I think you should consider a little swing back. Okay, so let's talk about TV talk. So I saw a 90 Day Fiance spoiler.
Okay, tell us.
Mike and Natalie got married.
I mean, of course. There's no way she would be here and not be married.
It doesn't make any
someone.
sense.
Like,
but maybe they moved into a place with it. Maybe they moved out. No, there's no way he left his farm.
I mean, there's no way he left his farm, A, and B, every time I've seen them shoot anything, aka her cooking show, which I love, which she hasn't really put any new episodes up.
That sucks.
In a sec. But like also I watched some like Discovery Plus shit with him in it, and like he was in a hotel room. So it was like, I mean, I think they just put him up in that or something to shoot that, just to be extra about, secretive on the will they or not get married. And they definitely are. There's no fucking question.
They definitely are. Okay, we need to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race. So it was the roast. And Utica had maybe the most cringy set in Drag Race herstory, baby.
Oh, you said it.
She really went mean with it.
That was really awkward. It was pretty awkward. I mean, she somewhat tried to save herself, I think, during the actual one, but like when she came out with her material raw, when she was trying it out, and everyone was like, no, like this is not funny.
Yeah.
Just offensive.
The comedy episodes are always sort of rough but usually when they bomb, it's like they just did a bad job. It's not like they bomb so bad it makes you want to rip your eyes out.
Right. And I think the comedy queens already have like probably built up their comedy a bit and have like their own little scars and shit that they've gone over and gotten rid of and whatever about it, that they've worked out their shit. Like there were some funny moments.
There were some funny moments.
But those are comedy queens. Like,
Yeah.
Not the weird dancing.
Your girl Candy won the challenge.
She fucking killed it though.
She did. I've never seen a more cinched waist in my fucking life. She was wearing
beautiful dress.
Such a nice dress. I don't even understand how she was that corseted.
I don't know. She looked great. She looked amazing.
Can we post her in the dress in Wilmer?
Oh yeah. And her set was really funny. She was just like quick.
She did a great job.
Bing bang boom. Yeah.
Bing bang bong. Incredible. What other TV talks are there? Well, good news is that Law & Order SVU is back this week, and it's going to be the first episode of Law & Order Organized Crime.
Like, okay, so you're saying, okay, so two new
They're
X
gonna
to
be
watch?
2 new Law and Orders.
Oh, wow.
I
Wow.
know.
Clear
I
my
know.
sketch.
Yeah, so apparently Law and Order Organized Crime is about the mafia, which feels very 1999 to me.
It's back, baby.
I guess it's back. The
Croc's
90s are back.
Organized crime's back. I mean, what's not to
I
like?
just like what it just feels like such well-trodden territory, the mafia.
Yeah, I know. But like sometimes you don't get bored of it because you're just like, how are you know why? Because it's based in reality
Mm-hmm.
in whatever. And that
And I
is
guess like
pretty crazy.
we'll see Dick Wolf's take on the mafia, which we've been desperately waiting for.
You're right. I can't believe I know what he looks like now.
Dick Wolf?
Yeah. We had a
Very
conversation a
old.
few weeks ago. Not a few weeks ago, probably months ago. Remember? And I was just like, I have no idea what he looks like. And you unveiled him to me, and I was very surprised. But he could die at any moment, I think.
Yeah, he's definitely on death watch. Let's add him.
Are you just pulling up a picture of him?
No, let's add him to death watch.
Oh, okay.
Jerry's texting me.
About his cob?
Yeah, about his throbbing cob.
Put a picture of throbbing cob in this letter.
Okay, I mean, honestly, I got him a guacamole greens. Do you like sweet green or do you like tender greens better?
Sweet green's better though.
Yeah, I agree.
Tender
Biggest debate of the
greens
year.
Gets rid of everything I like. And I'm just like, fuck off, guys.
I know, but I do like, I mean, when I'm eating meat, I do like their barbecue chicken salad.
You heard her here first. She loves a BBQ Chicky Sally.
Just had a good old burp. Okay. Do you have any other TV talks?
Did
you start the new Nailed It?
No. Wow. I cannot wait to open that little
That's going to be a nugget. That's going to be a nugget for you to open. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
I'm excited.
In that case, I did finish Marriage or Mortgage, and let's just say way too many people pick marriage. I mean, way too many people pick marriage, and it's sad for them.
Yeah, especially because they had COVID weddings, so that's incredible. But you know what? Maybe they really got to save the money they would have been putting towards a mortgage anyway, and that's the real lesson here, folks. Buy a fucking house, buy some property.
Definitely buy some property. Invest in your future. Buy some property. It doesn't matter where, because inflation. So that's just finance talk for you.
Finance Zoe.
Some shit's been going down in Echo Park this week, which is where I live in Los Angeles. And there was a encampment in a public park where hundreds of unhoused people made it their home throughout this pandemic, just trying to fucking survive. And, the government doesn't give them a place to live. And this park was a place where they could build a community and live and be relatively stable for the time being. And this past week, Mitch O'Farrell, our disgusting city councilman, displaced all of them, brought like 400 cops to the park and forced them out of their homes. And their whole talking point is that they're offering them housing.
Entirely empty promise. And like they have no reason to trust anyone based on the past. And, it is never, and it's not even like they're forgetting how traumatic it is to move people, especially right now. I mean, these people have no place to be other than where they know right now. And just to rip them out of their spot and,
they're not putting them anywhere. Like,
it's just,
they say they're offering them housing, but it's temporary until the government decides it's not necessary anymore. A lot of them have curfews that are like, you can't be gone 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., but like, how are you supposed to work a job? A lot of them aren't in LA County. Like, they're literally taking these unhoused people and shipping them off to places where they can't start a life because if they are out past 7 p.m. because they're working, they'll lose their housing. It's like the rules are so strict, it's impossible to live that way. They're basically imprisoning you for not having enough money to afford a home. So It's an issue that's obviously hyper local, like it's super Los Angeles based, but it's just like the way that this country and I guess LA deals with people who don't have homes is so fucking horrible. It's so gross.
It's really sad.
We'll add some links in the description for like how you can help out the unhoused population in Los Angeles, but also Albert Corado is running for Mitch O'Farrell's seat, and we'll put a link to his website in the description as well, because you can support a campaign that's actively fighting against the shit that Mitch O'Farrell and the mayor of LA are doing, teaming up with LAPD to violently evict people from where they're living.
It is now more than ever apparent how much of a gang the LAPD is, and just how they really have little to no care for, human life, human value, and just anyone's feelings, or, anyone that isn't themselves. And just they're so hell-bent on, the task at hand, and the task at hand doesn't make any sense. Yeah. It's just it's a sick task at hand. So don't carry it out. Don't carry out, whatever you're hired. Quit your job. Like, stop doing this. Don't do this.
And there were all these stats that came out about like how much money they were spending flying helicopters over Echo Park Lake versus like how much that money would go towards getting people in permanent housing. Because the solution that they're offering, it's all temporary housing. It's like, yeah, we'll give you a house for a month in a hotel room that has rules that are impossible. And then what? They're back on the street. Like there's you're not offering permanent solutions. So start.
Yeah. And it's also, there's such like a hot pot of so many, shortcomings of our government that affect these people. And it is the government that, is 100%. To blame for not being there.
Yeah. And, like there were protesters who gathered at the lake to stop the sweep, which is stop these cops from coming and forcibly removing these people from where they're living. And the cops predictably turned it into a violent uprising for no fucking reason. They broke a reporter's arm. They shout. They suck. They fucking suck. I hate them so much. And they are killing people left and right all the time.
A literal be kind to everyone.
Be kind to everyone.
Yeah, a literal be kind to everyone. And, support the candidates for your local government that believe in what you believe, if you believe the right thing. If not, you can stay out of it.
Yeah, truly, yeah. If you're believing some weird adverse shit, please stay home from the polls.
Yeah, 100%.
Please remove yourself from the polls.
That's Diane's take, not ours. Everyone should vote, but Diane says not if you have shitty ideas. So email Diane at badboypod.com. Your bad boys, your shitty ideas for government. However you think, whatever niche sports team you want to be on, email Diane, because she must.
If you want to start an air hockey league or something, I don't know.
Ooh, air hockey. Julia's in.
Quifflash team.
Shop.badboypod.com for a nice little t-shirt.
Yeah.
Delicioso.
Summer's coming, baby.
Oh, can't wait. Rate and review the pod. 5-star rating. Killer review. We'll read it on the pod. We'll send you a Diane pin. We'll send you a personalized note from Diane. We'll lick your toes a little bit. We'll do it all.
I will not be licking your toes, baby.
Okay, so it's just me again.
So many new listens and no reviews.
So yeah, I know. We literally went on the line by listening to "Lonely" by Justin Bieber in full and getting it flagged and taken off Spotify. And you're not even going to give us a new review?
Come on, guys.
Seriously deranged. Not okay. Not okay. Follow us at Bad Boy Podcast. You can always DM Diane.
It's true. She loves getting DMs.
She loves
it's
getting
magic
DMs.
how it pops into that inbox.
And she will reply in all caps. Don't you worry about it.
She's always screaming. She loves to scream.
She loves to scream. Yeah, she just loves communication in all of its forms. Get vaccinated if you can.
Yeah. Oh, get poked, baby. I love that everyone's getting poked and talking about how poked they're getting.
I know. You know what pisses me off, though, is that the vaccination cards are so ugly. Like, They should have known that these were going to be posted on Instagram and made them look a little nicer. At least
You're
square.
right.
At least format for Instagram.
You're right. They weren't thinking about us at all in
No,
our social
hire a
presence.
social media manager next pandemic. Okay.
You're right. Maybe hire one, Fauci.
Yeah,
He's not in charge, is
seriously.
he?
No, he didn't invent those vaccine cards.
You're right.
Yeah, but you know what? Are you going to post your vaccine card on Instagram?
Absolutely not. I feel like someone's going
Incredible.
to do something to it and,
I know, it
deep fake
feels-
my body into being Dr. Phil. I don't know.
It's
I don't know
definitely
what you can do.
it's definitely a deep fake your Dr. Phil. No doubt about it. Okay, so I would say that's it on the Spielorama. Truly fuck Mitch O'Farrell and have
yeah.
yourself. Well, I'm gonna say fuck Mitch O'Farrell and eat your veggies and fuck your wedgies, baby.
Happy Passover, baby.
Oh yeah, happy Pesach. Law and Order Organized Crime.
Bow-wow.
Ooh,
Brought
la.
to you by Lady Parts.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay.